Hello, fellow Corgi toy lovers out there on YouTube land. Today I'm going to start a restoration job on this Corgi Jaguar Mark X, number 238, that is mostly blue. What did I just find? Oh darn, I just forgot. I looked through the catalogs. 1965, I believe it is. And as you can see, I've got two rivets to drill out here, and then the underframe should come through. Everything seems to work. You can notice that we've got all the jewels in the front, trunk, and if you look at the trunk, okay, sorry, those of you in England, that's called a boot. The boot lid has some blue spots on it, and I was mixing up some batches of blue paint to try and match this, and now all I have to do is remember which one it is. I wrote the note on the piece of tape probably about 2 or 3 years ago, and you can see it's already faded. So I'm not sure if it's that bottle of paint or that bottle of paint, but they're both custom mixed, and since this says it's in a thinner bottle, Tester's paint, and that says thinner on it. I think it's this one. But this also says 4 parts Tester's turquoise and 1 part of blue metallic. I think that looks a little dark. It's that color there. I think this is the one that I mixed up for it. So, without any mucking about any further here, I think I can do without that. I also have another, oh my gosh, look at all the chips on the roof. I have another Mark X to do as well. I'm not going to do it at the same time, simply because I've got too many other projects I'm working on. Oh, and I have tires over here, so I'm not sure, I haven't looked at these tires to see how they are yet. Are those the right size? Those look too big. But I have some tires. If these won't fit, I've got some more on order. And I just knocked something on the floor. Okay, so let's see, get that paint out of the way. Let's see if I can get these drilled out. Oh, let's get the rivets out of the way. These are the replacement rivets right there. Get those out of the way, and let's get a cup ready for pieces and parts here, if I have any. There's a cup. There we go. Alright. Oh, that's right. The front axle is sprung by that, the hood spring. And, okay, that's the spring for the trunk lid, and the trunk lid is right here. Oh, the trunk. Oh, there it is. It's coming off now. So you just close it and push it to the back. Huh. Remember that later, please. Okay. How's the condition of this bottle? Looks pretty good. Now I need to drill out for the rivets. Nice sharp drill you got there, sir. Alright, I just looked at, the larger drill is 11/64, the one that I drilled the rivets out with, and now this is a 5/64. Okay, I've got the holes all drilled, and I had to use a 1/16 inch drill for a pilot hole. Now we got to get the headlight jewels out, and I think what I'll use is a X-Acto blade here. Okay, well, I got them all out. Unfortunately, the reflector section right there is still in this, and I just chipped it a bit, but I think I can put some Molotov chrome in there, and that'll create the reflector I need. And the metal backing place is still in all of these. You see that gray metal backing panel is still there. I'm not going to try and dig them out. Okay, there's the jewels right there, and she's ready for the caustic soda bath. I'll put the pieces and parts in here. And now to the bath. So now the pieces of the Jaguar Mark X are all ready for spray. First coat of primer, and paint's all stripped off, and I polished it with a wire wheel, a couple of wire wheels. So there she is. Well, folks, we're back again. You can see that the car has been stripped and primed, and we're in the paint booth now. There's the hood, the bonnet for you British folks, and the boot is up here. It's all about the boot. That's the boot, all primed and ready. And here's the underframe, the chassis, and I've got my silver paint in a spray can right beside me here, and the car body all primed. And here's the paint. I hope will work for the blue, and I'm gonna think what I'll do is test it with the boot. I almost said trunk again. Don't say trunk, say boot. So I think I'll test it with the boot and see how that color comes out. The other thing I could do is this piece of here. This is just a piece of plastic that I was testing some other paint on. I didn't like how that came out. So I'm going to go with, this was wheel paint by Duplicolor here in the States. I think I'm going to go, well, I am going to go, no thinking about it, Rustoleum silver metallic. That's the underframe. Alright, shake, and fan's coming on in a second here. Don't know how loud it'll be on the microphone. I don't need to practice the silver, so get that out of the way. Chassis, fan, now. that helps. And I'm getting a lot of that metal flake. I didn't like that. Guess that's just the nature of the beast. See how the metal flake is really large, I guess is the best way to say it. Not what I want. Oh well. Alright, one coat. I'm going to put another coat on in just a second. Let that sit for a minute. Some blue now. Do the boot. Okay, one coat on all the body panels. Let's take a look at the boot. Let's see if we can bring up a little bit more gloss to that. I'm going to call that a win. Not sure about the chassis. Time for cleanup. Bring you back when she's done. Well, as you can see, the Jag Mark X is out of the spray booth and onto the assembly line now. You can see I made a couple of little alterations. I got a little slap happy with the Molotov chrome pen, and also painted the marker lights, or directional indicator lights, and I painted all the window trim all the way around. I did the bumpers with the Molotov, and I just used a silver pencil to highlight the lettering on the back on the boot. I'm sorry. And as far as the engine is concerned, I painted that silver with some black highlights, I guess you'd call it. The radiator, the battery, and the air cleaner. So now we need to reassemble. The window, not too bad, it's pretty clear. There's one nick in the back window, and right here on the windshield on the left side there's a bit of a chip. There we go. Put that in, and the interior piece. Oh, I should probably put the tires on too, shouldn't I? I polished up the front wheels, wheel hubs. These are new tires. Okay. Put the rear ones on. Come on. Go. All right. Now the base plate or chassis didn't come out quite so good. I'll turn it over. You can see I got too much down in here and a little bit too much back there. But you know what? I don't want to try and fool anybody into believing that this is a mint condition. I want it to be clear that this was a reboot. So I'm gonna leave it as it is, imperfect. Let's see. Trying to remember what holds that. Oh, the trunk is held in by that little tab right there. Okay. So next up, I think I'll do the lights last, or the jewels, I guess you'd call them. Do the jewels last. So I got to put the bonnet in place. And then this spring clip goes in. Don't ask me how this is going to go. Probably should have done this first. Come on. What do you think? Pliers do it? Can I? Oh, so close. Oh, good. Look out. Somebody catch that. Okay, let's try that again. Go with the front first. No. Somebody edit this out, please. There we go. Yay. Alright, that's in place. The axle's going to go right there. I think it has to go into here first. Like that. Oh, that's not going to work, is it? How they assemble these in the factory always makes me wonder. get it? And no. Axle's not in place. Come on back. Yes. Is that in the right place? Nah. Really? It looks like it's in. Strange. No, it's not in place. It's the windshield. I might have to glue that in. Is windshield okay? You gonna stay? Okay. Looks good. Okay. Let's get a drop of super glue into each hole. Don't know how this is going to work. This is the first time I've used this tip. There we go. Tweezers, please. I'm getting too much reflection off of the base plate here. Doing crazy things. Ooh. Okay, you wouldn't know I test fitted these before, would you? Okay, I've got both rivets in now. Next step, I've got to put the jewels back in place. And I need to figure out one of these. This one here does not have the little gold backing plate. The others do. So the little gold backing plate is it's in one of those two large ones. Let's do the small ones first. I find the easiest way to put jewels in is to lick your fingertip. And yeah, usually it'll stick to your fingertip. Come on, usually. Make a liar out of me. Okay. Well, it looks like the one on this side gets the jewel without the reflector on it, and this one gets the reflector. Everybody's nice and happy. Okay, that's it. She's all done. Now the next, well, my battery light is flashing here. My next project is going to be one of two things. Not really sure yet. I've got that, and I've got that. So it's either going to be another Jag, as Jeremy Clarkson would say. How's he say that? Jag, something like that. It's either going to be another Mark X or a Land Rover. I'm leaning towards the Mark X since I just did the blue one. Why isn't that closing up any better than that? There we go. Cool. All right. I'll show you it complete in a couple of seconds. Okay folks, here is the Jaguar Mark X by Corgi, all completed. And I hope you can see, it looks, I think, pretty good. I've been looking at pictures online of the original version, and I think the blue is pretty close. Not too bad for an amateur. I think it came out pretty good all in all. Would I do some things different? Yes. I always like to learn from the things that I do it better next time. And in this case, I'll show you in a second here when I get all the way around. Oh, and before I forget, let's open the trunk. Is there any junk in the trunk? Oh, there's junk in the trunk. I bought a couple of aftermarket repop, they call them, suitcases for the trunk. So there's the trunk open. Unfortunately, the hood doesn't, I'm sorry, the boot doesn't. That's the boot. It's all about the boot. And this thing in the front is not called a hood, it's called a bonnet. Okay. A bonnet's not something you wear on your head, it's something that goes in the front of the car. These don't stay open, that's what I was going to say. Stay open, stay open, stay open. So there's the engine compartment. I'm sorry, the bonnet open. Oh my God, I had to think about that again. So anyways, what did I learn from this? Don't use spray cans of silver paint. There's the, oops, downside up. There's the underframe, the chassis, the base plate, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, the metal flake on that came out terrible. So I would not recommend that. I think I should have stuck with using Testors paints. Again, on the body, that was a custom mix of Testors Arctic blue and silver. Arctic blue is a fairly medium to dark blue, metallic, and I added silver to it to lighten it up. And yeah, I don't think it's too bad. That's probably the second best one I've ever done. But then I've only done 2 Corgi restorations, and I'll show you the other one right now. And the other one is the Mustang, and that's silver. And that I did with Testors silver paint. I didn't use spray paint. And I think it came out a lot better than the base plate, I should say, of the Jaguar did. Okay, so that's it for this restoration. You can see right there my best restoration, my worst restoration. You can make your choice of which one is which. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please leave a thumbs up down below. And take care out there. Bye now.